Duduzile Zuma, the daughter of former President Jacob Zuma, has expressed a strong position against the present government of national unity, GNU, in a startling proclamation of political commitment. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. Speaking to supporters at a recent event, she rejected any celebratory gestures directed at the GNU and instead stressed her commitment to fighting for South Africans' interests in Parliament. Duduzile said, "President Zuma has given us our marching orders. We will march to Parliament to defend our people, not to celebrate GNU foolishness." This statement is made during a pivotal moment in South African politics, as the country faces social upheaval, economic difficulties, and governance disputes. Growing public unhappiness with the policies and tactics of the present government is reflected in Duduzile Zuma's speech. Even with Jacob Zuma's legal issues and scandals, the Zuma family continues to have a considerable influence inside the African National Congress, ANC. Many see Duduzile's remarks as an effort to rally the ANC's historic base, especially those who feel left out by the present leadership. Calls for solidarity among South Africans to solve urgent concerns including unemployment, corruption, and inadequate service delivery characterized her speech. Duduzile presented her political group as the real defenders of the interests of the people, criticizing what she saw as the GNU's incompetent government. Suggested by analysts, Duduzile's assertiveness might energize the ANC's internal divisions and result in a more dramatic contest for the party's future. Her will to fight back in Parliament suggests a calculated strategy to use the legislative branch's ability to influence national policy. Duduzile Zuma's commitment to battle in Parliament signifies a newfound vitality within her group as the political landscape in South Africa changes, indicating a controversial and dynamic era ahead in the nation's government. Once more, the Pan Africanist Congress, PAC, has formally joined the government of national unity, marking a dramatic change in South African politics. PAC had previously been a part of the Progressive Caucus, which included organizations such as Al-Jamaa, African Transformation Movement, ATM, Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and United African Transformation, UAT. The move, according to PAC head Mzwaneli Naihanso, intends to address pressing socioeconomic challenges more efficiently via constructive engagement and pragmatic solutions. The news was made at a press conference in Johannesburg. Naihanso highlighted the PAC's dedication to helping South Africans and its conviction that joining the GNU would provide them the power to shape laws that would really affect change. It is anticipated that the remaining Progressive Caucus members would reevaluate their tactics in light of this political realignment. The Progressive Caucus was founded in 2022 with the goal of opposing the governing party on socio-economic fronts and promoting drastic changes and direct action. Juliusmalema, the head of the EFF, responded with regret but optimism, reiterating their commitment to social justice and economic freedom. Malema saw this as a new phase in the movement, a sign of fresh energy and persistence. Analysts speculate that better policymaking and more stability may result from the PAC's incorporation into the government of national unity. Nonetheless, questions have been raised on how the PAC's fundamental principles can be compromised within a larger coalition. Observers will be attentively watching this alliance's effects as South Africa goes through these political upheavals, especially with regard to the expected socio-economic improvements. The major opposition party in South Africa, the Democratic Alliance, DA, is coming under increasing pressure for allegedly ignoring the Fela controversy in favor of seeking political positions. The DA's recent activities, according to analysts and political pundits, indicate a concerning change in objectives, compromising its ability to operate as a watchdog against corruption. Politics in South Africa have been dominated by the Fela affair, which includes claims of tax fraud and money laundering connected to President Cyril Ramaphosa's game farm. The DA's reaction, despite its importance, has been seen as lackluster by some, who contend the party is more concerned with coalition politics and internal power struggles than holding the government responsible. Dr. Thabo Masiko, a political expert, raised worry over the DA's seeming disregard for the problem. Chasing posts and political power has made the DA lose sight of its primary responsibility as an opposition party, which is to challenge corruption and uphold accountability, Masiko said in an earlier interview. He drew attention to the stark difference between the DA's passive approach and its aggressive pursuit of jobs.